It's ready to go. I
There's
have
no
a
backing
few
out.
options. I got a few options for it. I'm gonna go for. I got a pretty good. You remember Kyle Zach, good chef friend. He's giving me
He's a
some.
chef. I
He is
guess
a
I forgot
chef.
that.
He is a chef. He's giving me some good ideas for some fish to bring. So
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
he's
some
got some great
halibut.
ideas out there. No, he was saying some tuna belly, I believe it was.
I've already
And
ordered tuna belly, brother.
Nice. I'll ask him some more. Don't worry.
oysters.
I'm not doing. I have not ordered oysters.
You can do that.
I don't want it.
I, I've got canned corned beef.
It's not fish.
Can't come.
I'm getting kicked out if I bring canned corned beef.
Timmy, yeah, you would. You
He's
can't.
taking
You
the
can't come
can
in
and
with that.
throwing it immediately.
We're referencing tinned fish. God damn it, tinned fish night.
The deli
There's no better
Tybo,
evidence that this is a true fan podcast.
yeah, how did you lose your voice, Tybo?
Well, I caught a little cold before going to the game, and then I yelled at the game.
and spread everything. Yeah.
Gave it to everyone else. Good job.
I,
Didn't do the 6 foot. Didn't put a mask on.
no, absolutely not. But I sanitized my. It's like I'm pretty sure this would be like the hand contact uh style of because I don't know. Leave me alone.
Do what?
Do what?
Ooh, they did rule it as a
Like
touchdown.
wash your
Yep.
hands. Don't rub your eyes and shit. You'd be fine.
Yeah, but you still talk to people in close proximity, so you were definitely still just spitting it out at them.
He was talking to people? No, he was yelling in people's faces. You hear this man's voice now?
I wasn't. I was not yelling in people's faces. No, I was yelling into the void because everything that I was saying was it went on deaf ears. We didn't do anything that I recommended from the stands.
You're catching us here on a doubleheader Monday Night Football. Tampa is playing against Houston right now. Houston went up early, big touchdown catch by Nico Collins. Maybe controversial. I don't know. I think it's a little controversial. But yeah, you're joining us on a somber Monday post Chiefs 0-2, first time in a long time that this has happened for the Kansas City Chiefs. I expected it. Both you boys picked the Chiefs. What in the world did you guys think was going to happen for the Chiefs to actually be able to pull this one out pre game?
Pre-game, honestly, I was thinking we had to make sure that Patrick Mahomes was not our leading rusher again. That's not going to happen. Our running backs cannot do that for us. It's as evident as it has ever been before in Chiefs history here for us. Our running backs can't do shit. They can get you a first down on 4th and 1 if you're lucky sometimes, but sometimes they'll get stopped as well too.
I was gonna say we weren't lucky on yesterday. What the hell?
No, we were 1 for 2, two for
There was
three.
but the one we missed was a terrible call. I don't know why we
Yeah,
did that.
some of the coaching
Andy Reid
choices.
shot us in the foot, gave him 3 points.
Andy looks so much different out there this year. He doesn't look as confident. He looks like he's questioning it a little bit more this year. Yeah, every
I
shot to
have
the
to
sideline, at least whenever you see his face, it's like, all right, Andy, you don't look the same.
I have to say I've been saying this for years, and nobody has really believed me. And maybe it's becoming more evident now that Matt Nagy is back. Maybe people will start to believe me now. I truly do not think Andy Reid is calling the plays. I don't think he's calling the personnel. I don't think he is calling the offense. Nothing stands out to me more when Travis Kelsey catches that early pass, gets us down on the goal line and into the red zone, and then gets yanked. And he takes his helmet off, he throws it on the ground, and then he screams towards Andy, where Matt Nagy also is, and says, I'm tired of this shit. You think Andy Reid, if he's actually calling plays, is pulling Travis Kelsey off at any age after making a big time play to get guys down there? You think he's calling this vanilla of a playbook? You think that Patrick Mahomes is throwing 16 to 18 passes to wide receiver. The majority of the passes are going to tight ends and running backs when Travis Kelce can't get open because none of the other receivers are going. I know we sit here and say Andy Reid's style is not to run the ball, and I'll take that. That's fair. I don't think Andy Reid has been calling this team since maybe early last season. I don't think he's calling the plays.
You really think so?
I think that's a really weird point in time for you to like say this is when it happened. But I don't know he's certainly involved in the scheming and like the way that they
Yes,
run the offense, you know. So
he's not
like
taken away from it, but I don't think he's
everything that's
calling every
happened
play.
out there, Andy Reid is co-signing and taking responsibility for. So I don't care who the hell to blame is. I want something to change. Like we've and to be completely honest, I'm really not that gripey about the play calling yesterday. We tried the run and the yards per carry weren't there. Their D line was disrupting our run game really effectively. So really not too upset about the because like in my like we are 0-2, yes, but in my mind we won that game yesterday. Like I really like we the difference is Travis Kelce not catching a ball and it turns into an interception. Like that's that's a touchdown 9 times out of 10. Sure, Travis Kelce's getting old and he might be showing his age, but I have full faith that he's going to be able to correct whatever he needs to and down the line in more important games he makes that catch. But yeah, the as far as the Travis being pulled at the goal line after he just did something to swing the momentum, yeah, that's ill advised. And uh, I've complained about the play calling tendencies for sure, but I don't really think that yesterday that was the problem.
I think it was
We just
one of the many
nobody can get
problems.
open though. Nobody's creating
Yes,
separation at
That's normal.
all.
That's
That,
that's
that's
but
cheap
not
ball.
uncommon.
We
you
haven't
gotta
had that since Tyreek Hill.
Andy's had some plays wherever he can scheme guys to get into an area and get open a little bit faster, and that's not
And that's
happening
where
at
I
all
don't that's where I
whatsoever.
don't think he's calling the plays, man. I agree with you. You think Andy Reid wouldn't be able to scheme up plays where wide receivers aren't getting open, especially when they're stacking the box 8, 9 deep? Like, no. These receivers are professionals. There's no way that for 2 years now, receivers are not able to get open because Andy Reid is scheming poorly. I cannot get behind that after
Well, and then
watching Andy Reid
you
coach
also have
for
to take into
decades.
account that we were severely handicapped in the wide receiver room yesterday. Like the one thing that we thought we had um, to mitigate not having Rashee Rice for 7 games was Xavier Worthy, and him being injured really hinders the whole of the wide receiver room. So I don't know. It all those factors considered, and we still should have won that game yesterday on like a one play swing. Like I'm thrilled with the way we played. I'm thrilled with the way the defense played. There is plenty to tweak on the offense, but if the Eagles are the best team in the NFL, or they're like the marker out there for you, so you to compare yourself to, I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Defense played well. There's a couple players I'll pick on there, and two guys. One that we paid, one that will be getting paid, whether it's with us or with somebody else. George Karlaftis has been invisible for 2 games after getting paid. Invisible, and he was a guy I was critical of when we brought him in. He changed my mind through his rookie contract, 3 years or so. He's done much better than I expected, and now he's regressing so far through 2 weeks back to what I originally thought he would be. Post getting paid, that's not a good look. The other player
Listen,
is
he's just the new age Frank Clark right now. That's all he does. No regular
that's not what
season,
I
only
want.
playoffs.
That's not what you pay $20 million for.
Frank Clark had more moves than George Karlaftis. Um, George Karlaftis, it will turn it on at some point in the season. I feel like we've had discussions about slow starts to the season for this guy, and he usually comes on later on in the season with a
But
couple big games.
the question is though, is he going to do that against a good offensive line, or is he going to do it against a less than mediocre or less offensive line?
Yeah, he's gonna turn it on this week against New York, and like it's gonna be everybody's gonna be back on the high horse with George Karlaftis and whatever, and like no, do it against a good team. Show out for all 4 quarters.
I guess it's a fair criticism.
The,
It's
the
20
other
million
guy I
dollars
want
a
to
year.
that's, that's crazy money to just sit there and do nothing. You were
It ain't
invisible.
basketball money. It ain't baseball money.
That's true. Still 20 mil. The other guy I want to
I
pick
think it's
on is a guy who's
hilarious
gonna,
that the NFL pulls in the most viewers and they don't pay their players shit.
yeah, yeah, that's gonna change in the next CBA. I'm pretty sure of that.
That's nuts.
The next guy, the other guy on the defense I want to talk about, Trent McDuffie, who had primarily a pretty good day, and it's not fully his fault. Christian Fulton did go out in the first series, and that moved him back from the slot, his preferred position, back to the outside. But you cannot be a guy who says that you're number one, top three corner in the league. The fans have been behind you about being the best cornerback in the league. You show out every time, but then you go up against their number two guy, Devontae Smith, who would probably be a number one on most other teams, who's the same size as you, and get absolutely mussed and throw the game away. That was it. It was 3rd and 10.
Hey,
You
I
threw the game
understand.
away.
Great catch by Devonta, but that was an extremely underthrown ball by Jalen Hurts.
It
If that
was
was
a
any other
bad ball,
quarterback,
but it's still 50-50.
if yeah, but I mean, if Trent's expecting it to go where it should go and playing it like he should, he would have been there and been fine for it. But no, Jalen Hurts is such a shitty quarterback at throwing the ball that it was extremely underthrown. He had to go way back for it. I understand the
I,
criticism. It wasn't a good play for Trent, but
if you're going to be the number one guy, you think
I'm
Darrell
not putting
Revis ever
yeah,
fell for that?
I'm not
No,
putting that game on Trent McDuffie, dog.
I'm
Come
not
on.
putting it on him. I'm just saying there were some the guy. Here's the thing: we can't go and say these guys who aren't being paid like superstars aren't showing up. But we can say about the guys who are or should be paid like superstars not showing up. And that's the difference in this game. That's the major difference in this game. The guys for the Eagles who are getting paid like superstars are showing up, and our guys did not. George Karlaftis did not show up. Trent McDuffie did not show up when it was needed of him most. Patrick Mahomes didn't show up. Travis Kelce didn't show up. Trent and Creed didn't show up. We've got a first round pick and a second round pick invested in our left tackle and our
Are you
left
just
guard.
like
Our
assuming that the Chiefs have
no,
to go out and play football against themselves? Like there's not an opposing team out there that's trying everything that they can do to stop us from doing what we're trying to do? The Eagles are the reigning Super Bowl champions. They just beat the brakes off us 40-22 in the Super Bowl. And we only lost 20-17.
lost. There needs to be
We held
changes.
their we held their offense to 20 points.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Man, that's a shitty way of thinking about things, dude.
it's week
But
two,
I,
man.
it
It's
it
week
might
two.
it might be, but hey, there's just things out there that I'm not liking what I'm seeing. The superstars that get paid the money are not showing up, and the attitudes out there are poor.
man, oh my God. They just played the best team in the NFL.
Play better.
And they played a hell of a game.
I did not believe that we played defensively. Yes, I think as a unit, the defense did play a hell of a game. Offensively, I do not think so. The
When's the
offensive
last
line
time you
got
saw us
beat.
play a great
There's
offensive
okay.
game, though?
There's plenty of times in
Honestly,
the NFL where
It's fair.
we can sit there and point out this player's doing this wrong, this player's doing this. We can point out mistakes from players. But this I truly feel like is a coaching issue. This is not a player issue, this is a coaching issue.
I don't disagree. I've been sitting here saying fire Matt Nagy since the day he got hired.
I'd be happy with I don't like
he needs to go.
the way the
I
offense has trended under Matt Nagy in his like I don't know. It's not he's not the answer for us right now at this point in time. Like he was
yes,
he was great the first time around. He was
And then
great
he
the
went to
first
coach
time
the
around. Like
Bears,
the
and
offense did
then
pretty well under Matt Nagy the first time around.
And that's where I go
But at
with
this
this
point in
attitude.
time for this football team right now, he's not what we need.
And that's where I go with this attitude thing too, right? Like the attitude, people were walking around. There's bad body language. There's some poor attitudes out there on the field. The schematically, it isn't working great. What I'm worried about most is because we can sit here as fans and the team can sit there and go, okay, we get wide receiver number one back in week 7. If the attitude stays this poor by week 7, if things do not start to trend in a different light by week 7, what are we walking into when we get wide receiver one back? I think there
Well, no,
needs to
I
be,
mean,
The
and you
same
don't
thing,
ever
the
want to
same
make
position we're in right now, though, because everybody knows we can't run the ball.
if you. I think there's some things that can happen here, things that can be fixed going into before week 7, and things that the team was already looking for.
Get
yeah,
Xavier
I
Worthy
like a
back.
new OC and a new running back.
I yes, OC is out. Andy take over play calling duties. Even if you keep
But
Matt Nagy on the team, Andy Reid take
Show them
that
how
over.
it's done. Show them how it's done.
okay,
Show him how it's done.
but let me just double down on this point right here. We have all those issues. We have all these things that we'd like to change, and we are right here with the best team in the NFL, guys.
So change them, and we're no longer right here. We're
We're right here.
we're
What we're
here.
what we're looking at though is we need to reestablish the standard that we've had for a while and cannot lose because if we go 0-3, this season's done.
If we lose to
The
the
season's
Giants, it's
kaput.
over.
0-2 is fine,
Against the two teams
especially
we
when one
played,
of those games is
that's
the
fine.
Eagles, the best team in the NFL. 0-3, and that third loss is a team to like the Giants. This season's done.
So I think getting rid of Nagy, which won't happen this week, but it does need to happen before week 7.
It won't happen before week 7.
It won't. It won't happen until the end of the year if we get lucky.
And then
There needs
it's gonna be a move. Like the expectation for the move will be up here, and then like the guy we get is gonna be like,
A
eh.
promotion. That's all it is a
bring
promotion.
I
a
see the I see the idea, but
bring
not who we
bring
want.
a
Like
Really?
bring a
like
boy
Jerry
back.
Jones saying he's gonna go out and get a playmaker and then sign a washed
Sean
up
Hammer.
Zeke.
Bring Kafka back. I think that would have been a perfect move to not let him go to the Giants and get ruined by Brian Dable's system. Bring Kafka back. I'm fine with that. He knows the system as well. But TyBob, you mentioned it,
I'd like a
and
fresh
we
perspective when it comes to that role. I really would.
Absolutely
that's
I'd
fine
fresh.
like a
too.
different voice in Andy Reid's
Yeah,
ear. I
no,
would like a fresh perspective on the
that's fine
offense.
too. There
And
needs
I
to
really
be
think that change would solve almost everything. And the cherry on top would be getting a more dynamic running back.
there needs to be a change at running back. At this point, Isaiah Pacheco is not who he was as a rookie or in his second year. Kareem Hunt is well past his prime. He can get you a 4th and 1 on most times, 3rd and 1 on most times. That's fine to leave him in as a third down or short distance back. Isaiah Pacheco can come in as a change of pace back, whatever. The reason why the run game doesn't work is because nobody is afraid of the home run ball. And that doesn't mean that we need a Saquon Barkley, a Travis Etienne, a Bijan Robinson. It'd be great if we had one, but that's not what the team needs. We need somebody that the defenses can fear and they start packing the box, which allows more one-on-ones and gives some different looks. I don't. Maybe that running back is in the room. Is it the 7th round pick out of SMU, Rashad Smith? I don't know.
No,
Give him a
It doesn't
shot. Give
seem
him a
like it.
shot.
I think it's
Give him a shot.
worth a
sure,
shot
but
if you're
he's
not going to make the trade this week. I think it is worth a shot, especially against the New York Giants, who are bad. But if that doesn't work, you need to be ready to pivot very quickly, and there needs to be a trade made. And I'm not saying it needs to be a number one back from other teams. There are backups out there who are available. Go get attention. I'm just throwing a name out there, Blake Corum from the Rams. Maybe it's
that's not the first name I thought you were going to say.
No,
no.
definitely not.
Go get David Montgomery. Like there's guys out there
Not who I would
who
want.
are
I
available.
would. No idea if this is realistic. Books, contracts, whatever, whatnot. I don't fucking know. But Tyler Allgeier
Yeah, that's who
behind
I was
Bijan
thinking.
Robinson, bro.
That's what I was
Let's
thinking.
steal.
that's
Let's steal
yeah,
that back up real quick. I
no.
take
Hey,
that.
he's on a rookie deal. Go get
Yeah.
him. That's what I'm saying. But that's the type of player I'm talking about, right? It's in a team where there's already an established number one back, and the other guy has somewhat proven himself and wouldn't cost a lot because we already know that the running back market is low, given what Brian Robinson Jr. went for and what Tank Bigsby went for. We know that it's on the lower end of the market. Go out and get those guys who are on a rookie or a lower veteran deal. David Montgomery probably doesn't fit in that because of the contract the Lions decided to give him and what we have available. But like you said, Tyler Algier,
He's also just kind of on the verge of being washed, so David Montgomery wouldn't be the guy I would target.
no,
No,
probably not, especially not after the injury that he had. But those are the type of guys that we're talking about. Go get somebody who
backups.
doesn't cost that much and a backup that's also proven. Tyler Algier is a 1,000-yard rusher. We saw it in his rookie season. Go and give a conditional fifth, give a conditional fourth. Go mix that room
Anything,
up.
anything. You can do it.
Sell your Super Bowl ring. Go and do it. I don't care. Get it done. And Jawan Taylor, no longer. I'm done.
Put
I've
Jalen
been
Moore in.
done. I'm
Put
still
Jalen Moore in.
done. I don't care. Jalen Moore literally cannot be. You could put a scarecrow out there and they could not be worse than Jawan Taylor at this point in time.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
And it's just a lot of money to have wasted on a backup swing tackle.
We can cut him at the end of the year. We get money back into the cap space. Travis
I just
Kelce
mean
is
to not
done
be
at the
using
end.
him. And I understand the contract
Sure,
situation
yes.
with Juwan Taylor as well, but I don't know. If we're if
But on
like
the
Juwan if he's not there to like at the very least make Juwan Taylor feel like his job's in jeopardy, like what are we
Jalen Moore's
doing?
getting paid the same, by the way. We're paying $20
Oh, it's the
million.
same.
We're paying $20 million
I
for
thought
two
Juwan Taylor was getting
tackles.
paid more.
Just a little bit. Where their contract is currently at, not talking AAV, Sean. Where they're currently at, both of them are making more than $20 million a year, I'm pretty sure.
Damn. I mean,
So we have
Jalen
we have
Jalen's was guaranteed money. I don't think it was.
yes, which is why there's no reason to cut him until the end of the season because it wouldn't help us. It would only hurt us. But at this point, if we're paying two tackle, like we've got a backup tackle making $20 million, and the one who's making slightly more than him is clearly not working. Switch it up, mix it up.
And I mean, the next pass rusher on the list is Abdul Carter,
It's
right?
not going to be good because he's going to line up against fucking Juwan Taylor the whole time.
Abdul Carter and Brian
That's the point
Burns.
I'm trying to make.
Oh my gosh. And Brian Burns. Like, one of them is thankfully going to get locked up by Josh Simmons as long as he doesn't cramp up again. But
Shout out
the
Josh Simmons on that tackle.
He was
shout out,
moving,
dude.
He got up to almost 19 miles per hour.
It's crazy.
moving.
But the changes have to be made. And it has to be made before Rasheed comes back because the attitude of the team has to change. We can't be out there, Chris Jones, shit talking at the final
Okay.
snap of the game, saying you didn't
I'm
get
gonna
100
be
yards when you lost. You
I'm gonna be
can't.
realistic about this as a Chiefs fan, and what I've just been saying this whole show is that we are still neck and neck with the best team in the NFL. Those changes would be nice, but I don't. It's not realistic that they're gonna happen.
Not.
They're not.
Is it? Hang on. Is it realistic? Yes. Those things that we just mentioned, going out and trading away a fifth round pick
Oh no, no.
for a running
Can they
back,
happen? Yes. Is it
they
realistic
are
for them for
realistic.
our?
Is it for? No,
Yeah.
it's not. For historically what the Chiefs have done, no, it's not. I would
There's
agree.
there's one more topic that we have to cover about this game, guys. We know what it is. We gotta spend some wind talking about the tush push because it's
Dean
gross.
Blandino is done with the play.
It's gross.
He is completely
I
done
don't
with
even
it.
know who Dean Blandino is. He sounds
He's
like a
the
mobster.
He
he's
was.
the he's a guest referee whenever they do
He's the rules
every show.
analyst,
Yeah, that guy.
Dean Blandino.
former
Dean, what do you
former
think about that
referee.
play?
Former referee. He got pushed out by the NFL because he was doing a horrible job, and I think he was gambling on the side. They didn't want that to come out. So now he is a rules analyst for Fox.
Dean Blandino.
I Here's the
He's
thing, man.
speaking the facts.
If you're going to run the tush, I don't hate the tush push on its own.
Why
It's a
not?
play. It's a
Why
play
not?
that cannot. It's a play that can't be stopped. Now, I'm just saying, in
It's
its
not
own
even
essence, it
ran
is a.
legally. Like it's not.
I'm not even. I'm not talking about that.
It's not a
That's
quarterback sneak, dog. It's not even. It's not a legal play.
that's not what I'm talking
Let the
about. I'm
defense
But
talking
that's
about
push.
what
just
I'm talking about.
in
Let the
its
defense push.
essence. In its
Exactly.
essence, the tush push is a fine play.
No, it's
I don't
not.
I don't hate it. I hate the way it's being run. I don't It's not being run correctly. You're right. You
It's
should
a
not
perverted
offensively.
quarterback sneak, and it's literally being run illegally.
You shouldn't be able to push the player, right? Because that's already written in the rules. Defensive players
If
can't
the
do it.
defense
So
can't push
offensive
their own
players.
players like that, why should the offense be allowed to?
But we've covered that in a large capacity last year as well. So what
You
else
know,
is wrong with this play?
The way the Eagles are
The
doing it,
the
their
way that it is
their
set up.
guards are lined up in the neutral zone, and they're false starting.
Yes. And I'd like to point out this piece more specifically. The center 9 times out of 10, yesterday it didn't happen, but it did happen in the game prior and all the games last season. The center's helmet, 9 times out of 10, is lined up over the ball. I don't know if you guys have actually caught this. The center's helmet is over the furthest nose of the ball, which means that he is already lined up offside. So before we even get to the guards lining up in the neutral zone and the guards false starting, the play is illegal from the fucking jump because the center is lined up offside.
Let's get an offensive offside penalty called against somebody else than the Chiefs.
you know what we need to do
When
to get
in
rid of the tush
recent, there's
push?
no other team in recent
There's
memory that's gotten that friggin' penalty besides us.
there's one thing that we need to do to get rid of the tush push, and that's very, very simple. You get the Eagles and the Bills to play and the Bills to lose in dramatic fashion to the tush push. It'll be banned the very next year.
100%. Without a
It'll
doubt.
be banned the very next year.
Because that's what
Because the
happens.
Bills are the biggest crybaby sissy boys in the NFL.
It
Oh,
happened.
I
Hey,
lost
they're
to
two
a
for
Roger
two.
Goodell. Roger, help me.
That is
I
the
can't
perfect
win,
voice for that.
Roger.
I love it. It makes it so much better.
Oh, that is the perfect voice
I
for
love it.
that. The whiny Bills. Yeah, no, you're 100% right, John. You gotta have the Bills lose to them in dramatic fashion via the tush push, uh, and then the rule get changed.
But is a regular season game important enough for that to happen? Because the Bills aren't making it to the Super
No,
Bowl. You know, like
no,
It's the Bills, man. You never
unfortunately,
know. Something crazy could happen with it.
if they don't get the number one seed because of it, that
Boom.
that would be enough.
so they gotta play the Eagles on the last game of the season or close
Not
to it,
necessarily. Yeah, close. End of the season.
into the season regular season game. It's
Outlook's looking
bullshit, dude.
bleak.
It's the worst play in football. It's not run legally. I don't understand. I like, yeah,
Throw a flag. Throw a
the
flag.
center's helmet being over the ball, but then you have both guards' helmets that are like where the ball is as well. That's not, you can't do that. That's the neutral zone. Defense can't line up in the neutral zone. Offense can't line up in the neutral zone. It's the stupidest play ever.
This isn't rugby, NFL. We don't want
It's not even a
scrums.
rugby play. I hate that comparison too. It's not a rugby play.
It's close enough to a
The
scrum.
closest thing it comes to is a mall, and a mall doesn't even fucking look like that. It doesn't. It doesn't look like a scrum. Everything that football fans and football commentators call a scrum, it's not a scrum. Doesn't even look like a scrum.
It's a
It's just your
ball.
favorite word from rugby that you don't know anything about.
Okay.
Get him.
The outlook for the Chiefs right now is bleak, man. It doesn't look good.
No,
There's
it's
time to fix it.
not.
It's early in the
No, it's
season.
not.
It's
I'm seeing
bleak
it
We're
as
for
neck
bleak.
and
you.
neck with the best
It's
team in
bleak for
football.
you.
Stop being so pessimistic.
He's
This
this
is what
way
This
every
team
happened.
is
year,
better.
though.
This team is
On this
better than 30 other teams in the
He's
NFL.
this, Tybo. He's this way every year, though. We got to know this now. He thinks it's bleak for us at all times. He didn't think we were going to win those back-to-back Super Bowls, but guess what? We
didn't,
did. Who
and we could
who
still do it.
always has the least amount of faith? Who never picks the Chiefs? This guy right here.
That guy.
He sucks. He's not a true fan.
Well, that's
No
not,
Bald-headed
faith.
Bills
No faith.
lover.
that's not true.
Why don't you whine to Roger Goodell
About what?
Roger.
about anything? Roger!
On another note, I've heard that TyBob's been taking some just the tips away.
Yeah, I did. I did do my
TyBob's
just the
tips were
tips
bad.
only for this week.
Mm.
Boy,
Not as
if
easy
you
as it looks,
faded,
is it? Not as
if
easy
you
as it
faded me,
looks.
man, I tried to have fun. Okay, if you want me to just pick
He
locks
tried to
every
do it
week,
the right way. He tried to pick like guys that were on the fringe and like make some bold statements. He wasn't going after locks and stuff like that.
I try to have fun with it,
I'm
Sean.
trying
If
to
you
make
want me to
sure
do
I
it
get
again,
back
I'll
on the
do
good
it.
graces.
No, man.
I want to
No,
get better than
I'm
a
trying
C
to have
grade,
fun.
Tybo. Come on.
I'm trying to have fun, man. I'll take an F if I'm having fun. That's fine.
Yeah, this one F, whenever you get like 7 in a row, it really starts getting to you. You got to try something else.
Sean's
All right,
self-esteem
well.
has just been battered from just the tips.
My tips this week, if you faded me, would have been good outside of one pick. So my
Which happens to
starters,
me every single time.
I had Justin Fields, 3.98 points.
Yuck.
The quarterback, he did
Yuck.
go
Didn't he
out
only have
injured with a
27
concussion.
yards? Did he only
He
have
went out with a
27 yards?
concussion. Yeah, he
So
went out with a concussion in the first quarter.
late fourth? Yeah.
Was it
wasn't doing-
fourth? I thought it was
It wasn't
first.
first. No, he played for a while.
At
That's a
running
fine.
back, I told you to take Dillon Sampson from the Browns. Quinshawn Judkins was activated late.
Yeah,
I
you
was
just, like
expecting.
totally lied to all of our listeners.
I was expecting for him to get suspended. There's still a suspension looming.
I would never pick these players.
Even with that said, Dillon Sampson did
That's just
get
a tip.
10.9 points. So not horrible. Pretty good for a running back. Not great. Pretty good. At wide receiver, I told you to start Hollywood Brown. He ended up with 8 points. Not very good.
Not great.
Don't take any of the Chiefs players. Next up, I also told you to take Travis Hunter because I was trying to bring in my inner Sean.
No, you don't have faith for him like I do.
He went 3 for 6, and I've now lost all faith. He's on my all-time sit-em list. He had 6 targets. He brought in only 3 of them. Travis Hunter, dog shit.
Trevor Lawrence has made Brian Thomas bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
think
were better
that's
off
a
with
Brian
Mac
Thomas.
Jones. Mac Jones won a game.
I also
Shanahan was
brought
right.
Kyle Pitts off the all-time sit-em list after his week
Ooh.
1 game.
Ugly.
He had 7.7. It's not horrible for a tight end, but it's not what you want.
That's an all-time sit-em guy, though. Don't do that.
Hey, he had 15 points in week 1.
Yeah, but don't do that.
Yeah.
That's where
On
he
my
gets you.
bench,
That's where
on
he
my
gets you.
bench, I expected the Commies defense to at least have a little bit of fight. The Commies are who we thought they were. They cannot beat playoff teams. They can only beat the bad teams. Jordan Love, 20.88 points. I had you sit Jalen Warren. TyBob even backed me up on the running backs. Jalen Warren, 17.4 points.
Whoops.
I love it.
I told you to sit this player, and if it were not for the final drive of the game, Deebo Samuel would not have been anywhere close to this. He did end up with 15.8 points because of the final drive of the game. Before that, he had 7.
Fantasy points count at any time in
At
a
any
football
point.
game. Fantasy
They
points
do.
count.
He had. I'll tell you that, but I'm just putting some context here. He had 7 points before the final drive.
But you're forgetting there was a final drive.
He played in that final drive
He
in
did.
that game.
Shouldn't have.
Scored those points.
Keon Coleman, 5.6 points. He was on my bench list. There you go. That's an A+ for that one.
Eh.
No.
It's an A+ for Keon Coleman to be on the bench after
I
having
mean,
like 20 points the week before.
It's Keon
you don't get
Coleman. Are
graded
you
on just one pick, bud.
Uh, at tight end, I had Tyler Warren of the Colts. Didn't
ugly
expect
pick?
them to
Oh
come
my
out. Didn't
goodness.
expect them to come out against this Broncos defense, who is still pretty good. Well, it turns out that the Broncos defense is ass. Their team is ass.
No, it's
Danny
just Danny
Dimes.
Dimes.
Danny Dimes is really good. Tyler Warren's really good. He had 11.9 points in a standard PPR league. These are all standard PPR point taken, and Tyler Warren had 11.9 of them.
Goodness gracious, man.
Tried to have fun
Tybo,
this week.
do you want to do the
So
honors?
hey, that was a hell of a game to watch. Picking out the Broncos Colts like that. Come on.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
we'll
give him a
talk
Whose
grade
about
for
idea
that.
was
We'll
that?
talk
that?
about that. We'll talk
We
about
gotta
that
Whose
in a
grade
bit.
this
idea was
man.
that?
We gotta grade this
Whose
man.
idea was that?
Hey, we'll get
It was
there.
my idea.
What do you give him for a grade?
What do I give him for a grade?
You got to grade
I
it.
was skipping over that because it wasn't even worth my time.
So I don't get a
Fair
grade.
enough.
I want to be here for this. F.
You don't have to grade him. You
No,
don't
I
want to
have to
grade him.
grade him. I don't get a grade every other time.
I'd grade myself. I'd give myself an F.
There you go.
Hard
He
F.
knew it.
Hard F.
He knew it.
Welcome to the club.
F minus. If an E was possible, I'd go E.
Okay, bud.
E comes before
E
F,
comes
dummy.
before F.
That's why
Yeah,
he failed in school as well.
fair enough. Sean was going to agree until you said something, until you did the ABCs in your own head.
I had
I
to do it
didn't have
twice.
to do the ABCs. I'm not an idiot. E F
Well,
E D E F.
Okay, bud. You can spell. Or you know the alphabet.
I won the fifth grade spelling bee in my elementary school.
Out of how many people? 3?
Yeah.
Congrats.
his word was grass.
No, my winning word was narrative.
Oh my God.
NARRATIVE.
In a championship round of a spelling bee?
Fifth grade. Come on.
5th grade. I had harder words in 3rd grade.
Fifth grade.
5th grade.
The Missouri education for you.
The year before, I got out on the word safeguard because I switched up the U and the A.
So what are we even doing here?
What are we
Champion?
doing here?
Champion? You can't spell safeguard?
That was 4th grade. I matured.
It's safe than guard.
There's no
How
way
hard
you
is that?
actually won that spelling bee. I don't believe it.
I
It was
did.
rigged for you.
Was
Hell
it just
yeah.
for your class or your whole
The
entire
other
grade level?
the other person that you were in the championship with, his word was onomatopoeia, and you got narrative.
I do remember his word being a little bit harder. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, "Hey, mine was way easier, bro." I was like, "Let's go." I don't care. Just like the Chiefs, I'll take a little help from the judges.
That's an
You
that's an
don't hope you can get.
Egbuka touchdown. That is an Egbuka touchdown. As
Damn
Tampa
it!
Bay goes up. Did you bench him?
No, and Tommy has him, and I'm playing Tommy, and I'm about to
Oh
start
yeah,
0
I don't.
2 in 2 fantasy leagues.
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think you had a chance against
Yeah.
Tommy this week.
You went from the playoffs 2 years in a row to being the Browns real quick. Matter
I
of
need a running
fact,
back.
I got some running
hey,
backs.
hit
I
me
need
up.
a
I got
running
7
back.
of them. I got
I
7 of them.
got plenty of running backs. You want my running backs. You don't want TyBob's. You
That's
already
a
traded
lie.
with this man. See how that worked out for you? Look where you are now.
Jonathan Taylor put up 30 points. What are we talking about?
Look where you are now. 0-2.
Speaking of the Browns, that Tybo's dynasty team now currently is, there's been a lot of talk. I mean, man, Joe Flacco has not played well. They've got 2 young guns going in there. They've got Dillon Gabriel, who did come in and threw a touchdown on his first drive. But a lot of fans are saying, hey, Shedeur Sanders, you got to get him in there. The Browns aren't serious about Dillon Gabriel because they decided
Are you
not to cut or
serious?
trade Shedeur Sanders. I'm here. The people are saying the Browns are not real about Dillon Gabriel because they kept Shedeur Sanders on the
Do
team,
you
which I
do you
think is
know
the
where
most
Shedeur?
asinine.
Do you know exactly where Shedeur lands on the depth chart now?
4th
Yeah, 4th.
behind Tyler Huntley as well.
No, Tyler Huntley is cut. That's a fine. It's Bailey Zappi.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Behind
Yeah,
Bailey Zappi.
yeah. I know this. I know he's not even close to sniffing the field.
it's it's gonna be Dillon Gabriel here before too long in the next 2 weeks at least. I
It should
know.
be next game, yeah.
No, Joe Flacco's still elite. You give him a little bit of grace period.
He didn't look elite against the Ravens. I'll tell you that.
No, it's the Ravens, so you can't do it
They
every
just
single
gave
game.
up 41 points the week before.
They also played the Bills the week before, so
They still gave up 41 points. That's not a very good defensive effort.
Joe Flacco 70 years ago, he would put up 41. Joe Flacco present day,
It was
not a
kind of
chance.
sad. That's his old team and all.
There's
That's right.
only
They
two
wanted to beat him
teams.
so
There's only
much.
two teams he's never beaten in the league, and he's not going to. It's the Seahawks and the Ravens.
He could get it.
This was his final shot at getting the
He has
Ravens.
uh
Oh
people
no,
will get hurt.
no, he's not. He's not going to get to play the next game.
They're gonna let him play that game.
Here
They're
you
gonna
go,
let him
old
play.
timer.
You can do it. I believe in you this time.
I mean, Joe Flacco's the last of an era of quarterbacks, man.
Danny Dimes still plays like him. The old Vanilla Vic still plays
I
like old
mean,
Joe
like a
Flacco.
like a like a time era.
Here,
Joe Flacco, a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
no.
Can you tell the story of football without Joe Flacco?
Kind
Oh
of.
yeah, what's
Yeah.
that story? What's that story?
Let's see.
That's
One of
the
the
night that the
one of
lights
the
went out in Baltimore. Or where did they have that Super Bowl? Or the Super Bowl
It
when the
wasn't
lights
in
went out?
yeah,
Baltimore.
2012 against the Niners.
It wasn't in Baltimore though.
I'm
No, but
asking
it was
where it
in
was.
Nolans.
New
Was it New
Orleans. Yep.
Orleans?
Yes.
That's the night that the lights went out in New Orleans.
I mean, if you're saying the story of football can't be told without Joe Flacco just because he won a Super Bowl, then you can't tell the story of the NFL without Trent Dilfer.
Nice. Good
Okay,
poll.
good one, good one.
Good poll. You can't
Joe
tell the
Flacco.
story of football without Rich Gannon.
Oh, deep cut. Joe Flacco. I mean, honestly, he has one of the best deep balls that is consistently underthrown for pass interference of all time. So really,
That was an art. If you would have
he.
if you add that to his career total yardage, I wonder if
Oh,
the penalty yardage he gets from those penalties, like
top five,
if they would add that to his career yardage, what would he be at?
easily top five.
That's nuts.
How about the Cowboys? They are who we thought they were. They had a good game against
How
the
many
the
times are you
Eagles
gonna say that
without.
on the pod today, TyBob?
How about this team? Now here's a team. Cowboys are ass, man. They always have been. They always will be. They did pick up some much needed help in the pass rush game, though.
Didn't they win?
Right after the game.
Right after the
They did
game, the
win
one
by
thing
3 to the Giants, where they gave up 40 points.
to Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson looked night and day from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
putting
big
Jackson
time.
Dart in against the Chiefs for sure.
No, is Andrew Thomas back? Their left tackle.
Who?
After a game like that, you think they go right to Jackson Dart?
They're not putting Jackson
Maybe take
Dart
a
in
couple
until they get
drives.
their left tackle back. That's a guarantee.
That's probably fair. They'd put in Jameis.
I
That'd be
You know who
scary.
Jameis?
That's
Where
I
Jameis
saw
needs
a
to go
video.
to? Hold up.
Yeah,
You know where Jameis needs to go to? He needs to go to the Bengals.
I saw a video with a great case for J-Bo to go to Cincinnati.
That would be scary right there. You just saw Jake Browning throw what, 3 interceptions in the game? Yeah, you still won, but guess what? Jameis with those weapons, that's highlight TV right there. I don't
Three
care who you
interceptions,
are.
3
Six
touchdowns.
touchdowns, 4 interceptions a game.
Fighting to win the game.
One of those
That
picks is a pick 6.
every game.
If Jameis Winston is a starter in this league this year, those fantasy leagues for quarterback tackles where they get like 100 points for a quarterback tackle, that's the MVP of that league right there.
Jameis to Cincinnati would probably be a good pickup. Jake Browning is not good, But that cannot speak more volume than what we had been talking about all offseason on before they extended Jamar. Should have traded him because that team, the Cincinnati Bengals, is decimated. You have money going to Joe Burrow, who's now done for the season. He's done for 3 months. That puts him back at the end of December.
Joe
They're going to be
Burrow's
so
body
far
is
out of
decimated.
they're so far out of playoff contention that when he's healthy to come back at the end of the year, they're not going to be like, why play? They're going to be so far out of playoff talk. It's not even going to be funny. And so now
That's why you go get Jameis.
you've wasted multiple years of Joe Burrow's life career, also paying him $257 million. You've got no money for an offensive line to protect him because you're giving it all to him and Jamar and T. That you don't even have enough money to go after anybody on the defensive side where you should be giving money to Trey Hendrickson, but you're not. And now you've got nobody else in the defense. You had shootouts with Jacksonville and Cleveland. And now you're
shootout. It was not a shootout with Cleveland, man.
Close game, whatever.
140 yards for the Bengals offense. Yeah, not a shootout.
Close game, whatever you want to say. I don't really care. You've had close games with both those teams that are also really bad. And it's because you don't have an offensive line to protect Joe Burrow, who's been sacked the most. Probably he was on pace to get sacked more than he was in his rookie season when they really didn't have an offensive line.
He didn't even play his full rookie season. So what are you talking about?
Exactly. Kind of the point.
This always just goes back to the meme whenever they could have drafted Penei Sewell instead of Jamar Chase. Oh, look, option A, Joe Burrow hurt, Jamar Chase down there waiting for somebody. Option B, Joe Burrow throwing the ball, Penei in front of him blocking, anybody else receiving. That's the meme over and over again, every single year.
Yeah,
you can rest your laurels on making a Super Bowl, though.
This generation of Bengals fans will forever just say what if when it comes to Joe Burrow. Like, what if he had an actual offensive line? Because that is there's no more clear example of a franchise wasting a player's talent than that.
If I'm Joe Burrow,
Detroit
I'm asking
did it
for
twice, right? With Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson. Nothing was more gross misuse of talent than the Bengals with Joe Burrow.
If I'm Joe Burrow
because
coming back next year,
6 years and 3 of them you're out. 3 of them you've been out for the entire season.
He's never played less than 10 games until this year.
Still, though, you're paying that much money for 10 games a year.
But I agree.
Okay, well,
no,
so
I'm just bringing context.
Season-ending injuries. When does it become career-ending? Like,
and can we go back here for a second? Bengals are the only franchise that does not have like a gator to come out and pick up players off the field and take them into the locker room. They made Joe Burrow walk to the locker room.
They also had another player do that as well.
There was an example of that last season. Was that also Cincinnati?
Yes.
More than likely.
Yes, it was. I remember that. I cannot remember who, but yes. Poverty franchise in every single possible way.
Got to pay attention to where their standings are when that the Players Association does that little voting thing for the players to rank like team
Wildly enough, they're nowhere near the bottom. It's crazy. They're like sitting in the middle somewhere.
Pay attention to those scores this year, at least. I don't know.
Fair, yeah, fair. It's astounding at how many of their big name players in the past and current come out and say that things are really bad, but somehow they still get ranked not the worst. It's like the Chiefs for some reason.
Now, I think your advice on trading Jamar Chase, like now that Joe Burrow's like done again, like might make sense. I don't know.
You're not getting anything for him, not necessarily like you're not getting what you could have gotten for him because of how much of a contract somebody else is going to have to eat.
Yeah.
You got to take that into consideration. And here's where I was going. If I'm Joe Burrow, if there's any way possible, just like null and void the contract next season, like forego the guarantee, forego whatever, go somewhere else. They will pay you that contract. Somebody will pay you that money. Just forego everything that the Bengals have offered, give them their cap space back, and go elsewhere as quickly as you possibly can. Never return back to the city of Cincinnati. Leave the Skyline Chili behind.
Looking like not just the eye test of like Joe Burrow's getting sacked all the time, like the rankings of their offensive line throughout the entire tenure of Joe Burrow has been so abysmal that it made me think that Joe Burrow might actually be the best quarterback in the history of the NFL. He took a 30th ranked offensive line to the Super Bowl. That's nuts.
It
That's
is nuts.
insane.
It is.
He took
But
the
nothing's going to come of
30th,
it.
like the third worst offensive line unit in the NFL to a Super Bowl. That's
Pretty
Joe
good.
Cool.
He
That's
doesn't
Joe
get a
Hurt.
chance to do that this year.
No, the
Uh, as
Bengals
far
really
as
need to blow it up.
as far as yes, they do. But as far as offensive lines go, the Bears made changes. They brought in some veteran players. They traded for Joe Tooney. That offensive line still looks really bad. Like Caleb Williams hasn't necessarily he played pretty
Listen,
good in the Vikings game. He has not looked good in the second half of that game. He didn't look good against the Lions last week. The offensive line is not helping him out at all. Uh, I have seen some slight improvements in Caleb Williams' overall game since Ben Johnson has been the head coach in through 2 weeks. But overall, the offense doesn't look like it's changed much. And defensively, they just lost one of the best corners in the league for the rest of the season.
there's a few things about this. Caleb Williams does look better at times, but he cannot decide what he's going to do. He's either going to go through his progressions way too fast and go to his check down right away, or wait way too long and realize it and overthrow the ball, a la week one where he missed, who was it, DJ Moore, or last this past week whenever
Yes.
he just completely tried throwing the ball out of bounds and threw an interception instead.
Is that due to and don't get me wrong because there is worry with his play. Can the overthrows and the non-decision making could that not also be chalked up to how bad his offensive line is and the inconsistency in the way that they block and pressure coming in or not coming in and just the overall feeling of a young quarterback who has not had protection at any point in time in his young career?
It could be a little bit, but it was much, much worse last year, and he was able to figure some stuff out. You have a better offensive-minded head coach this year. They're actually working with you in the offseason and just during the week of helping you out to be the better quarterback to go through the progressions and find what you're looking for. Offensive line is not good, but it has gotten better. It's just going to take time for them. It takes time for this unit to mesh together. It's not good. But the
I
biggest thing for the Bears, though, is Ryan Poles, the general
gotta
manager.
get him out, dude.
4 years in, what have you done? You're constantly
You've extended
rebuilding.
him as well.
You just extended him for God knows why. But the biggest problem is 4 years there, he has not drafted a single Pro Bowl player. Not one. You know how many people make the Pro Bowl nowadays because so many people sit out?
Not even a
So,
consideration.
so many people, no considerations. This guy cannot draft. He's giving money out for no reason. He cleared the books last year, thought you're going to do something. What have you done?
That's a big piece to it, man. Ryan Poles left the Chiefs, and then he's done nothing as the Bears GM. He hasn't done anything, and hopefully things change. I would like to see Caleb Williams be good in the league. I never want to see, but also, is it just a Bears curse? Like we saw Mitch Trubisky leave, and he's in the time that he has been able to play hasn't been nearly as bad as he was when he was in Chicago. And Justin Fields, we saw him play last year in Pittsburgh, had really good 5 games. He had a really good first game week 1 for the Jets against Pittsburgh. Game week 2 was the Bills, a little rough, got a concussion. We'll see how that plays out. But the guys who have left Chicago over the last few quarterbacks they've had have gone elsewhere and played far better.
Those quarterbacks also had shit for brains head coaches. I don't think Ben Johnson is that dumb Give it some more time. If it's still bad by the end of the year, we can talk about that then.
He's a great offensive coordinator. I will give you that. He is untested as a head coach, and that takes way more out of you than just being a coordinator.
It does,
So
but still being the coordinator, you got to help your quarterback out there, which none of the other ones have.
in the
True.
NFL, at the GM position, at the head coach position, at the quarterback position, as a franchise, you have to commit to those three positions for a decent amount of time to like build a team, right? And wherever it starts, you got to have probably two out of the three to be like considered a good franchise as like a good quarterback, good head coach, or a good GM. The Bears have committed to Ryan Poles and Caleb Williams, and I just don't think those are great selections. I like the Ben Johnson choice, but I don't think he's going to be able to elevate the rest of the Bears franchise to being good. Because back to Caleb Williams for just a second, the offensive line probably plays a factor in this metric, but since Caleb Williams has been in the league, he leads the NFL in a bad throw percentage. Throws that miss their target by a certain amount of yards.
And sacks.
Overthrows, underthrows, not even like hitting his targets at all. And his receivers, specifically DJ Moore, is tired of it. We can see their body language and reaction like on the field when he's throwing these stupid ass overthrows. Like, yeah, he's running for his life, but he's not that good.
TyBob just has faith in him because he went to Oklahoma for a little bit.
Hey man, I there's nobody who dislikes Caleb Williams more than I do for leaving Oklahoma in the fashion that it happened. If he fails, I'm not going to be upset at it.
Blame
But
Lincoln
also,
Riley.
The Bears will
yes,
fail committing to both him and Ryan Poles.
yes, 100%. Ryan Poles needs to be gone. If you're a Bears fan, you should be calling for his job.
Ooh, who goes first? Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson, or Caleb Williams?
Realistically, in the Bears fashion, it'll be Ben Johnson or the quarterback, one of the two. It won't be
Quarterback
Poles because they just extended him.
quarterback will be next because they just brought in Ben Johnson. So you bring in Ben Johnson, you have to believe in him. They just extended Ryan Poles, and it's the same thing that we've seen over the last couple of years. What happened? You bring in Mitch Trubisky, you fire the head coach, he gets a new head coach. What happens? Mitch leaves. Then you
And
bring
that's
in
why I'm
Justin
saying you got to
Fields.
commit to
Then you
them. You have
fire
to
your head
give
coach.
those
Then
three
you bring in a new
positions time
coach.
to build stuff, and the
Yes,
Bears aren't going to let it happen.
you've got to give him at least go into the third year altogether. I think
Right.
that's what needs to happen, and generally they just don't allow that to happen. There's got to be a change. Ryan Poles has got to be a leader in that change, or he's got to get going.
Or he has to be the change and be gone.
Yes. Last
One
thing
thing
I
I've
wanted
kind of
to touch
noticed,
on.
I've
Yeah,
kind of noticed one thing. I'm gonna one thing real here. Uh, are the Steelers defense, are they just shit this year?
I'm
they
usually
have not
comfortable in drafting them in fantasy football, and it's really
Yeah,
burned me this year.
not
it's
been
not
good.
good. It's not good to see. They have a
Losing Minka and bringing in Jalen Ramsey turns out not to be a good choice.
I agree that they have a lot of injuries on the defensive side as well, but you got to just do something different here, man. Like if you have a semi-competent quarterback, you just can't play defense anymore.
It's 2 weeks in. If you're blaming injuries, even the Chiefs, you're 2 weeks in. Even though you've lost wide receiver one and wide receiver two, if you're blaming injuries like that, that's a poor excuse. It's week 2. If you're blaming things on injuries this early on in the season, I got nothing for you.
But Mason Rudolph would have won this game.
Probably. I'm telling you, man, I said it before the season started. I don't care how week 1 turned out. Rodgers is proving me correct through the second week. He will be done by the end of week 8 as a
Him and
Pittsburgh
Russell
Steeler.
Wilson
And it
had the exact different week 1 and week 2s.
well, and then it also looks like the Jets Steelers game from week 1 was just a really really good game between really
Between
really bad
two bad
teams.
teams. Yes, 100%. We asked that question. Which is it? It's two bad teams that had a good game, and that is a rare occurrence. Should have put that on Thursday Night Football, Amazon.
It was perfect for it.
I don't know. Do we want to? You did a short. It's out there. TyBob, do you want to cover Tommy's Packers at all? I think we've said a lot about this game already.
Just need to reiterate that that's the best defensive unit in the NFL, and they will be this year. The Packers defense, like, might actually carry Jordan Love to a Super Bowl, dude.
We'll have to see how they play against the Eagles, but Jordan Love will not be the reason why they do anything well.
Their defense will be fine against the Eagles.
Game to watch because of me. Thank you very much. Broncos Colts. Great game. Danny Dimes.
What
Let's
a finish.
go.
What a finish. Have you guys ever seen a finish like that in the NFL
It
recently?
gave. Here's the
It's
other
a
thing,
pretty
Sean.
lame penalty.
You didn't pay attention to my just the tip segment pre game. I said sleeper sit Jonathan Taylor. If you, I did bench him in our dynasty
Oh
league.
my goodness.
Ouch.
I didn't bench him anywhere else.
Yikes.
But yeah, 30 points on the bench is great.
And you lost?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
not fully over, but yeah, I've lost.
We'll love to see that.
Wouldn't have won
the
if he
penalty
had
at the end of
played,
the game was
but
bullshit. I would be up in arms if I was a Broncos fan, but it happening to the Broncos makes me very happy.
I
Absolutely.
must have missed that because the Chiefs game was going on and it was close. What was
They
the
got a
penalty?
leverage penalty, and it was like
Okay, I heard
the
about this. Yeah, but
the
I missed it
leverage
completely.
penalty is like pushing against another player to like get
Specifically
higher.
the long snapper.
And bro, it was not even like a real push off. Like, like hands were like on somebody's back while he was like motioning upwards, but he was not forcibly like pushing off of somebody. And it
You
was
know
like
what that
it was a
was?
terrible BS call.
You know what that was?
What?
It was Jim Irsay looking down on his boys. He's got the Colts this year, man.
He said, "Fuck John
Man,
Elway."
this Colts team is a huge surprise. We know that they had talent, right? They brought in Cam Bynum, who is on an amazing tear for celebrations in the NFL. That guy is not only a great defensive player, he is exciting to watch post play because he will go and celebrate in your face, and it's hilarious. But the offense was also riddled with talent over the last couple of years and did not have a quarterback who could come in and make things happen. They finally decided to move off of Anthony Richardson for this season, at least. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But Daniel Jones is a pleasant surprise. And we wondered when he leaves New York, what is he going to look like? Is New York going to look any better? Was it him? Was it New York? What's going
It
on?
was
And it was New York. It
no, the
was New
transition.
York.
The transition was being in Minnesota. That fixed him right there.
Working with Kevin O'Connell
Backup
for like
safe,
2 weeks.
backup safety. Yeah,
Is Kevin
that helped
O'Connell
him.
the real quarterback whisperer?
A lot of people have been saying
No.
Kevin O'Connell is a quarterback whisperer as his time as an offensive coordinator. Now through his time as a head coach, look at what he did with Sam Darnold last year. I don't know. Maybe there is some credence to that. But coming in to an offense that has weapons, you've easily got one of the best running backs in the league. Michael Pittman Jr. is a fantastic receiver that a lot of people didn't believe in. He's also got a
Tyler Warren is the
complementary.
best rookie
Uh,
tight end in this
he's
draft.
got the tight end. The offensive line has been established for a very long time, and you've got a complementary of weapons on the outside as well.
Their
You've got Josh
offensive line
Downs
has
to
not
speak
been
of. Like
established for a very long time. Miss me with that, bro. They've had one
Leave
good
me with that.
guard,
Leave
and
me with that.
the rest of that offensive line has been very porous the last few years.
I think it's been because they've had porous or very poor quarterbacks who don't know how to get out of the pocket and hold on to the ball and make bad decisions.
They made changes at the offensive line this offseason because it's been bad. It's
Fair
not been
enough.
established.
Fair enough.
I should fine you
But
for that, but I won't.
you won't.
I'm still not ready to call the Colts a playoff team.
Yeah.
I mean, they're out of they're in the AFC North. Why not? The
South.
Texans have been whatever. The Texans have been so bad. Who else is going to fight? You think the Tennessee Titans are going to come in? Absolutely. The Jacksonville Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence,
Yes,
after how much you shit
Travis
on
Hunter.
him every single year?
Travis Hunter's the main
No.
difference maker there.
They are leaps and bounds currently after what they just did to that Broncos defense. We're coming into this season. Everybody said they were good and still showed that they were, frankly, a fairly good defense in week one, even against a bad Tennessee Titans team. No,
You can't
this
say that the
Colt
Texans
this
have been
Colts
bad.
team,
I've been critical of CJ Stroud, but you can't say the Texans have been bad.
Texans have been bad.
No, they haven't.
Been bad.
They
They
haven't.
had a bad week one, but they made the playoffs last year
They've been
and played
In a
bad.
us really
bad
tough.
in a bad division.
They've been bad.
They
They've been
haven't.
bad.
They have
In a
not.
been
bad
bad.
division, barely going over 500 to make the playoffs.
Did they make the playoffs
They played
the
us
past
tough.
2 years?
Yes.
Listen, the Houston Texans made the
Oh,
playoffs at
so they
one
haven't been
point
bad.
with J.J. Watt having a losing record. I don't want to hear it. The South has been bad for years. And I don't expect that to change. I expect, you say the Colts aren't a playoff team. They're telling me through 2 weeks right now that they aren't, and the Texans are showing me that the Colts are showing through
All
2 weeks
right.
that they
All
are,
right.
and the
You don't
Texans
even
are
believe what
showing
you're
that they
saying.
aren't.
You don't even believe what you're
Overreaction
saying.
week
It's all
two.
for show. Let's get on to the next game of the week.
Game of the week. Turned out it wasn't. Falcons
Ass.
smashed the Vikings. And now JJ
Because
McCarthy
Kevin
is out for the
O'Connell isn't the
next.
quarterback whisperer he thought he was, because JJ McCarthy, doo-doo.
Well, JJ
Oh,
McCarthy
JJ
is also
just
out for the
he just
next
had a
3
kid
weeks.
48 hours prior to the game, so
Well,
Doo-doo.
now
not the best time to start.
he's got a lot of time to go spend time with that kid because he's going to be out the next 3 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain.
Mm.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, the game wasn't even close. Honestly, the Falcons, for as excited as we were for them coming into this game after what they went through with the Tampa Bay Bucks in week one, kind of expected them to play a little bit better. And when your kicker is your player of the game because your offense can't get it going, I don't know really what to tell you. And that's not to minimize the Vikings defense. They're good last year. They're still a fairly good defense, but I don't know what to think of the Falcons right now, man. Like Michael Penix Jr. is fun to watch. Bijan's still probably easily the best running back in the league. Shout out Tommy, your dumbass take in the preseason. But I can't fully come around on the Falcons being a good team, although they are one of
I
the.
think their defense is better than the Colts, and I'm much closer to calling them a playoff team than the Colts.
They're also
Wow.
not better than the Tampa Bay Bucks, but in the
Even
NFC,
so,
I
in the
can't expect
NFC, I feel
them.
like the Falcons could pull off a record well enough to steal a wild card.
I don't disagree. That's where I was going. I think they can still
Yeah,
take a wild card position, but yeah,
yeah.
Colts probably win their
I'm
division.
much more ready to say the Falcons are a playoff team than the Colts right now.
I don't disagree with you. No,
Hot
I
take.
think so. It was a weird game. It wasn't that fun to watch. Sorry, I gave you bad fantasy tips and a bad game to watch.
Not
Won't
good.
happen
Aaron
again.
Jones went
I'll be
down
better.
too. Do we know how severe Aaron Jones' injury is?
Still for me.
Do not, but who is Jordan Mason? He's going to be having a big year if Aaron Jones does go down for quite a while, though. He was finally getting some stuff together and running some pretty good running some pretty good runs there.
Running some pretty good
Ham,
runs.
Running some pretty
hamstring
good runs.
unlikely to play in week 3 for Aaron Jones.
Okay.
You have it here first. TyBob start him next week. Jordan Mason. That's just a tip.
Straight up.
How did I do in Pick'em? Because I know I called the Seahawks correctly.
How did we do in Pick'em? Well,
You're still
Tybo,
in
I
last
think
No, how did I
you
do? I don't care about you guys.
you did have a very solid turnaround with 2 games to go. One game currently on right now. We have all picked the Bucks and the Chargers, so the standings will not change regardless of what happens in these games. You and Sean are tied at 7-7. I have
Damn
a
it.
record of 5-9. So
Let's
regardless,
go.
you will still be in last place, but it looks like
Let's
Sean
go.
is going to jump into first handedly. He's
Easy.
one
It's
game
week
back. He
2,
will be
bud.
one
Chill
game
out. It's
above.
week 2, bud.
As
First
of
place.
yeah, As of right now, Sean is the winner, is leading by one game. That will not change. So Sean is 14 and 16 with 2 games to go. I'm 13 and 17, and TyBo is 12 and 18. Again, all with
Jeez.
2 games to go. This
All
is
right.
a stark contrast to last season when we
I
were
love
far better
this.
than against the spread.
It's week 2. Take it easy. But we should just keep fading Tybo for all our bets in the next few weeks because 12 and 18, if we pick against him, we can win some money.
It's
We'll
not
see.
bad. It's
We'll
not bad
see.
advice. Fade Tybo. That's
Coming
also
for that fine
generally
money.
what happens. I mean that's generally what happens. If you fade Tybo, you will make a lot of money.
Whatever.
He is known to have multiple weeks where he has 2 wins.
You're known to be bald.
Yes, you're you're
It
known to
is
have a
known.
shitty voice.
I put my life on the line for this team,
His life, damn it. You hear
and
his
everybody
voice?
else's
You put.
lives
I was gonna
around
say
me.
you
I
you
put
put
those on the
everybody
line
else's
too.
lives on the line.
Don't bring your grandma to the game and sit her next to me. Damn it! I will
He
get
doesn't
her
abide.
sick. She will get pneumonia. It'll be tragic.
Will you feel bad about it?
No, because I was
Oh,
screaming my heart
exactly.
out for my team.
Put his life on the line.
Put my life on the line.
And your grandma's life on the line.
And your grandma's life on the line.
Don't do it.
We got 2 games to wrap up to finish off NFL Week 2. Again, the Tampa Bay Bucks are up 14-10 at halftime, and then we've got Chargers Raiders to wind out the week before we get to a Thursday night football game.
I hope the Raiders or the Chargers lose.
Well, one of them is
Let's go
bound
for a
to.
tie. Let's go for a tie.
We've got Thursday night football coming on. We will be recording live during that game, so we'll make sure to get our pick in early. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that now. We've got the Bills and Dolphins coming
Bills
up
all day.
on
It's the team
Thursday
ride.
What's the
night
Don't even
spread? What's the
don't
football.
even
spread?
say the
What's the
spread.
spread?
Don't even say the spread. It's in Buffalo. Don't
It's in Buffalo, and
Bills.
the spread is 12.5.
Easy money. Take the Bills. You've seen the Dolphins this year. They've stopped somebody once on how many drives? If they've even stopped anybody at all. They can't stop anybody.
The Dolphins or the Bills?
The Dolphins cannot stop anybody.
Okay, Bills.
Yeah, let's round it out with the Bills. This is a very large spread. I don't like this, but you know what? I don't like even more than that large spread, the Dolphins, because they're ass, and
Let's hear it, Tommy.
Mike McDaniel will be
Just so when
fired
Always.
very
he's listening
soon.
to this point, he says team ride.
He'll say it to himself. He will pause it, walk over to my desk, and then be like, "Team right." It's seared into my brain. I'll never forget that. I wish I could.
Never forget.
Never forgive.
Hell yeah.
Until
Oh,
until next time. Go Chiefs.
go
America.
Chiefs.